I'm calling Blockbuster Video. Un momento, por favor.
Thank you for calling Blockbuster in Farm Durango, home of the best mail service available. This is Sandy speaking. How can I help you?
Yeah, I got a problem. I'm a bit disturbed. I rented a movie earlier. I was trying to rent a Brad Pitt movie, and I'm a little bit flustered. I don't even remember the title of the movie I wanted, but I'll tell you, the movie I got was a movie called Bruno, and I was watching it with my son. And I don't know if you're familiar with the movie, but there was a lot of homosexual situations, a lot of semi-nudity and whatnot. And that was my son. Again, he's 11 years old. I was gonna give it a chance. I said this is the wrong movie, but I'll give it a chance. I don't want to waste my money or have to go back. I spent a little bit of gas to get there, and again, I'm disgusted. I'm revolted. I'm a Christian man. My family's Christian. And again, to have my son bear witness to these homosexual antics in this film, I think some amends need to be made, because, again, this was not the movie I wanted. There was a scene in the movie where there's an orgy, and Bruno is with another man, and the other man and is showing Bruno.
I'm familiar with
Well, listen, she's showing Bruno sexual positions, reverse cowgirl, doggy style, 69 position, and my son was, I don't know what was going on. I mean, he might have been getting, I don't know. Like, there was a movement down there, and now I don't know if this has confused my son, or if he likes this, or my whole world's turning upside down all over a simple, wrong DVD in the wrong DVD box, you know what I mean?
What's your last name?
I don't even want to give my name. I just want to bring this back and some sort of amends, some sort of an apology. Maybe
something for you to get any type of credit or anything. I would have to have I need your information.
Well, that's the problem. I don't know if this was done on purpose. I have enemies. Listen, I'm very big in the church down here. I don't want to give out my exact church, but I don't know if an employee there is trying to sabotage my family by, purposely. I've had issues with my boy prior to this.
I don't
Listen,
think anything like that would happen. It's just,
listen to me. Well, I don't think you know the whole situation. My son was suspended earlier in the year from school for inappropriate groping of another boy. So I don't know. Now, I thought that was dealt with. I thought that was over with. A misunderstanding, and now this. I mean, this is too coincidental to just be a random event. Somebody there must be familiar, must go to my church, know about the incident with my son, did this for an intentional act, just to cause chaos in my family. I don't know what else it is. Does he want me to disown my son? I mean, who there is my enemy? I need to know this.
No, there's nobody here that would do that. I mean, we're all grown up, and
somebody did. The problem is somebody did it. I was going to rent a different movie. I get this Bruno sexual positions, a dominatrix in one scene, whipping Bruno, getting him into his underpants. Bruno jumps out of a window. First of all, Bruno should have fornicated with the woman. She was attractive. It would have shown my son a good lesson that you're to be attracted to women. No, but Bruno jumps out the window in his underpants. There's a scene at the end where there's a UFC ring. Bruno is making out with another man.
I'm familiar with this movie.
I mean, what do you think?
Did you pick out this movie, or did...
What's that? I didn't...
What was the movie that you picked out?
It was a Brad Pitt movie. I don't know. My brain, it was whatever the new Brad Pitt movie out. That was the one I was attempting to get. And instead, again, I end up with this blasphemous homosexual movie depicting homosexuals in a good light, as if that is an okay thing, when we all know, I mean, I'm sure you agree, that it's evil and that this should not be tolerated in society.
Okay, so what you can do is just drop off the movie in the Dropbox, and we'll.
Well, that's the
watch out for this movie.
Well, that's the problem. Listen, that's the problem right there. I made my son destroy it. I gave my son a hammer, and I said, "You're going to cast the devil out of this movie. I want you to beat this movie with the hammer," and he did, and it's in a million pieces. I mean, I could gather it up, put it in a nice bag, and drop it off, but if you want me to do that, I will.
If you did that to a movie, then that means you're going to have to pay for that movie for damaging that.
How? So you're telling me I got to pay for a movie that I didn't even want, and that is, yeah, I have to explain this to my wife when she gets home. She's a nurse, by the way, working the graveyard shift tonight. So, I mean, now I have to explain to my wife that yet again we have a problem with our son and his sexuality. That's what you want me to do?
You shouldn't have destroyed the movie. I know it was an accident that it could have been from the last person who rented it. If we could have fixed that issue, but...
Listen, again... This is a purposely done act. Somebody knows I'm hyping the church, knows about my son. How, you mean to tell me I have an issue with my boy and his sexuality? All of a sudden, I go to rent one movie and instead get pretty much a softcore gay porno. You're telling me that is a random event?
Yes, because none of us would do that.
How do you know all of them well? You're with them 24 hours a day?
I know every employee here. I've been the longest one at this store. And I know everybody very well. They wouldn't do anything like that.
How do you know? Do you know what they say about serial killers? Oh, he was such a great guy. I had no idea. Must have lived a double life. Nobody knows everything about everybody.
Well, most of the people that live or that work at the store do not live in this area. So if your church is in this area, then if we don't know what's going on around.
Well, maybe you would cover up. Maybe you would cover up for one of your good friends over there for what he attempted to do to my son. I mean, this movie is dust. This movie is dust. It's destroyed.
Well, you can come in tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, our store manager will be here, and you can see if you guys can work something out.
I mean, how about you get me a movie of a provocative woman that I could show my boy? Some heterosexual situations.
We don't have anything like that here.
You have nothing. I'm not asking for a hardcore porno. I'm telling you, give me the straight version of Bruno. Something with a man and a woman and a plot where they fall in love. Something like that.
Then you'd have to come down here and you can pick out a movie because I'm not going to do that for you.
Yes, well, what if can I bring my son down there and maybe he could feel your breasts? Something.
No.
So he can know that this is what appropriate conduct is. Hello? Hello? Well, I'm going to have to teach my boy how to be a straight individual. I'm sure there's something in the church where you talk with a priest and he tries to correct your lifestyle choice. I don't know. Till next time, boom!